Miami Heat Nation, what is going on? So, in today's video, we are going to be talking about the assets that the Miami Heat have to acquire a star player this offseason, because we all know the Eastern Conference is wide open. With Jason Tatum tearing his Achilles, they're not going to be a good team next year, or just not as elite as they were, right? And then you got teams like the Detroit Pistons, the Orlando Magic, the Atlanta Hawks. Obviously, you got Philly. I just don't think the East is that deep. And I think this is the time where the Miami Heat should make a couple of moves to compete in the Eastern Conference. But before we do start today's video, if you guys enjoy Miami Heat content, we do upload every single day. Our goal this year is to upload for 365 days. And I couldn't do it without you guys. So I just want to say I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. And let's get back in today's video. So shout out to Heat Culture. He came up with this. But we got Andrew Wiggins, Terry Rozier on an expiring contract, Duncan Robinson, Nikola Jovic, Jaime, and 3 first-round picks. Now, how do I feel about this? Is this any good value to acquire a star player like a Kevin Durant or a Zion or a John Morant just for this sake, right? In my opinion, no. But the expiring contracts do stand out a little bit, right? Duncan Robinson, I think he could fit perfectly on a contender team. Be a nice catch and shoot guy. He just doesn't fit with the Miami Heat. I think he could be valuable. I also think Jovic and Jaime, there's probably some teams in the league that view them a little bit higher than other teams. Because we've seen the good from Jaime. We have. Just this year just was awful. But some teams will be like, from his rookie year and then go into his second year dealing with all these injuries, I'm expecting another, well, not a leap, but you're expecting him to come back and go to be the regular Jaime, right? So you could look at those two pieces and be like, okay, maybe they could throw out there. The first round picks to me is just like, I guess. And that's what teams care about, is the first round picks. It's really just simple as that. If these first round picks are worth it to these teams, then we're fine with it, right? I just think at the end of the day, the most realistic trade is going to be Kevin Durant. What are we going to add around it, though, right? Because I'm hearing stuff about Jrue Holiday potentially. And Jrue Holiday, these are his numbers. 11 points a game, 44% from the field, 4 rebounds, 4 assists. Played okay in the postseason, but I expect the Boston Celtics to trade Jrue Holiday for not much. Now, think about it. We wanted Jrue Holiday when he was on the Portland Trailblazers. We did. One thing about him, he's a very, very good defender. He could play that point guard role, that veteran role, because then you could have a team of Jrue Holiday, Tyler Herro, Kevin Durant, Bam, and Kelly Ware, and then that's when it gets very, very interesting. I think that team could compete in an Eastern Conference, right? I don't think Holiday's trade value is going to be crazy. He's on a massive contract. They want to get rid of him. The Celtics want to blow it up a little bit, and with the new CBA. So, Jrue Holiday, Kevin Durant might be the new additions to this Miami Heat team. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know what direction would you want to go. But either way, though, I'm very excited to see what the Miami Heat do this offseason, because it's very, very important. Hearing Pat Riley, what he said in that press conference, he made it known like he's not against adding aging players, but he also wants to go below the tax bracket. Well, the CBA and stuff like that. You get what I'm saying. But let me know, once again, continue to keep liking, sharing, subscribing. Appreciate y'all. Love y'all, and I'm out.